unfortunately, most people feel that their running should be pointing them toward pain.
Right.
That if they're feeling sore, then they ran hard enough. If their knees hurt, well, that's what happens when you run. That if you get a side stitch, well, that means you're going hard. And so their runs every day are progressing more and more and more toward pain. And the closer they get to pain, the more they think they're doing it right. And we're saying the opposite, that pain should be your starting point. And the more and more you become comfortable and it feels like fun, that's when you're getting closer to your goal, which means that pain plays a role. Pain is there to tell you, oh, there are things here to correct. That if you have plantar fasciitis, don't rest, but address the behavior that's causing it.
Right.
If you anything that is associated with pain, at some point you're going to want to not do it. And so, but the pain is there to show you, hey, you know what? Your running form is off. Your fitness is not where it should be. Your diet needs to be dialed in. That's why you're feeling sluggish in the afternoons. Dial those things in, and you'll start to progress toward the fun part, which makes you want to keep on doing it.
Well, and I remember our first conversation about this book when you called, and all I needed to hear was you to say, "Hey, running is a craft and a form of martial art." And I'm like, "That's it." And if we see this as a craft, and you're the perfect example of just getting better year to year to year, and progressing as we get older, and feeling better as we get older, feeling better as we run longer. What a concept! It creates all the good thinking in our brain for us to think big things. And from a coaching standpoint, that's what I look at is like, how can you challenge yourself in a good way, in a fun way?
Yeah, and I think that's what's been lost for sure. And I think as a coach, what it must be a little bit frustrating for you is that when people learn other arts, when they learn dance or music or a martial art, the goal is to get more elegant and more refined at the craft. It's not about volume or speed. That comes at the end. That's what Kabaya always said. First, focus on easy, because if that's all you get, that ain't so bad. Then work on light, then smooth, and then the fast will come. But so much of running is all about speed and volume right from the get go. If you start to run, well, how fast can you go? Can you keep up with people? How far can you go? And to dial it back to focus on the fine art and the craft, to me, is so gratifying. So, one thing too about the whole idea of minimalist running, barefoot running, is people feel like that's the goal. That's what you want to do. I'm like, no, that's just whether you want to or not. The goal is to run lightly and well. But the byproduct of that is if you're running lightly and well, you can wear whatever you want.